greeting a bunch of people, dozens of whom are going to be walking all the way from Edinburgh to Faslane, would be impressive. But on a day like this, I can only salute the determination and the commitment that you're giving to this cause. You will be taking with you, in my view, the dignity of countless Scots over the years, over the decades, who have consistently opposed the presence of nuclear weapons in Scotland and who are on the verge of giving reality to that ambition of getting rid of the damn things. Your commitment in taking that walk, and the many, many others who will join you for part or all of that walk and join you in Glasgow at the weekend and at Faslane, that dedication, that commitment is capable of achieving this great goal of making Scotland free of nuclear weapons and all weapons of mass destruction, not just now, but written into a constitution that determines who we are as a country. That is achievable. And over the next few months, we will achieve it, and then we'll have to hold the line and make absolutely certain that this defining issue for so many people in how they cast their vote in September will not become a mere negotiating chip, something to be passed across a negotiating table. We must hold the line, and we must strengthen the will of those who have the privilege of sitting and negotiating for Scotland across that table, make sure that they have the nerve to hold that position and ensure that we give reality to this long-standing ambition of Scotland to be nuclear free for now and for future generations. Thank you all very much.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Really well. We've just arrived and we're walking and everyone's a bit knackered, but we're quite good.
That's grand. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Thanks to you guys for cooking.
"18-ish miles is never easy, but got the same again tomorrow. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But no, I've had worse.
The feet are a wee bit sore, but it's only the first day. By the end of the week, they'll be as tough as old boots. The walk is wonderful. Meeting such interesting people, so many different people within the walk, and also getting a lot of support from people as we walk. Cars hooting at us, people stopping us and asking us what we're doing. And in Scotland, we're finding that there's a lot of people who support us, and I've done a previous pilgrimage where I walked from Iona to Westminster. I didn't manage the whole walk, but as we went further south we found that more and more people were disagreeing with us, but in Scotland we found lots of people were agreeing with us, and that gives us hope that, you know, we may be able to get rid of Trident.
The ultimate reason is to imagine a world of peace. I think there's a possibility, perhaps some cynics would say there's no chance, but there is a possibility if we truly invoke democracy. Most people in Scotland would say we don't want nuclear weapons, and the nuclear weapons have been deployed really because we've been kept in the dark. You know, there's a very poor discussion on this issue. And do we really want nuclear weapons? It's curious that the permanent members of the Security Council are the countries that have the nuclear weapons, and you could say it's an extension of imperialism. We've got all of this power and wealth in the world, and we now need nuclear weapons to maintain and secure that.
I have been a member of CND for a very long time because I am a Quaker and believe in peace, because I hate the fact that we have, in this beautiful country, Scotland, have Britain's nuclear weapons. I hate the fact that Britain has nuclear weapons, that the world has nuclear weapons. And I believe that we have to do something to try and persuade people that we do not need these.
We could look at ourselves and say, who's going to invade Scotland? What sort of military threat do we really have? So if we're serious about contending with the issue of abolishing Trident, the decommissioning of Trident, why don't we imagine that we could go that much further forward and really vision something? And that to me would be a wonderful opportunity, particularly in this year of all years, because this is the year that celebrates the 100th anniversary of the First World War, which was, in my understanding, supposed to be the war to end all wars. And we've betrayed those people that have made a sacrifice 100 years ago. So it would be a wonderful thing in recognition of that if we could really move in a direction now to say we actually don't really need any of this.
It's nuclear weapons. It's possibly the most important topic that can be marched about. And I find it hard to believe that they're still here after 20 years. I don't know exactly how long the Faslane's been there, but it's been long enough, and we've given them enough time to take them away. And if they're still here, I think it's only getting worse, and we need to come harder and harder every single time. And I thought last time, give it a last push before the referendum, see what happens.
Certainly, as far as the referendum goes, a yes vote will be a big step forward in the campaign to get rid of Trident.
I'm 2 months shy of the voting age, so I won't get to vote. But if I could, it would be a solid yes, definitely. Reasons for that? Nothing to do with parties, no party politics at all, nothing to do with Alex Salmond, not the SNP, and not the reasons that most people are voting either, not the things, I haven't even read the white paper, I've flicked through it, but nothing in there really interests me. It's the same political system that we already have, and the thing that I'm excited for if we get independence is changing the system, making something new that works.
It is an enormous opportunity, and it may be the only opportunity to get rid of them. And because of this, although I would not normally like to see countries pulled apart, I feel that those of us who live in Scotland, have to vote yes, because there is a possibility that we could get rid of Trident. And if we miss this opportunity, then we'll have made a big mistake. Big mistake.
We have an extraordinary opportunity now to clean the slate and imagine what a new society could look like.
And we've given Conservative many tries, we've given Labour many tries, and nothing's changing, and it's only getting worse. So I think independence, it can be our chance to actually break free and say, no, this is changing. We've got 5 million people, we've got an incredible landscape to work with. If Norway did it and the whole of Scandinavia did it, we can do it too.
So the idea was we got this giant postcard made up, and it basically says, please take your nuclear bombs away and leave us in peace. And it's addressed to the commander of the base at Faslane. So Bill Kidd's going to be there on Monday morning when we get to Faslane. So he's going to deliver this to the base.
Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes, Trident has got to go, we'll stay here. Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes, Trident has got to go. Living in community, Trident stew and cups of tea, no leaders here we're breaking free, stay upon day. Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes, Trident has got to go, we'll stay here. Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes, Trident has got to go.
How's it going? It's going very well. I think we were told it was going to be really, really wet today, and so far it's been grey, but not wet. So it's going well.
And how's the feet?
The feet are okay. It's quite surprising. So yeah, but it's a grand way to catch up.
How are we doing? How's the feet?
Hi, fine.
We're not noticing our feet because we're having such good discussions.
Brilliant.
And it's lovely to meet people with different opinions. But yeah, we've got the common aim of Scrapping Trident.
Then you talk to a nice man like this and he keeps you going, because we're trying to put the world to right. Isn't that right, Simon?
Yeah, well you get a great stimulating conversation, and
That's
before
it,
you know it,
yeah.
you've clocked up another mile.
Oh, we're doing grand, thank you. Yeah. And I think, is this the tea room? We're very happy.
Good.
Fantastic.
Great.
Yes, I'll
Yes.
sit down on the lunch now.
That would be nice.
And look at the view, isn't that amazing? And we're dry. It's absolutely amazing. I love being dry.
We're humid but dry.
Shall judge between the nations and shall arbitrate among the people. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. What a vision, that the people would realize what a waste war is, that they would stop making weapons to hurt and destroy each other and turn their energy into tools to feed hungry people and ideas to fire their creative imaginations, not fire missiles.
Now, what we need for the future is an end to us and them. We have been wasting too much energy with mutual suspicion because our tax money has been spent on weapons we don't want. The future is going to be potentially interesting, shall we say? Perhaps tricky. If there's a yes vote, there will be negotiations. Don't negotiate away our right to get rid of Trident now. Thank you.
The word of the year, as far as I am concerned, is yes. But today I've got no hesitation in saying no. No to Trident, no to nuclear weapons on Scottish soil or in Scottish waters. I recently took part in a television debate. Some of you might have seen it. And it was put to me during that debate that my opposition to Trident was tactical. It was simply to help make the case for independence. Well, let me tell you, I have been opposed to nuclear weapons for my entire adult life. I joined CND before I joined the SNP, and I will always oppose nuclear weapons.
Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes, Trident has got to go, we'll stay here. Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes, Trident has got to go. Living in community, drinking stew and cups of tea, no leaders here, we're breaking free, day upon day. Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes, Trident has got to go, we'll stay here. Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes, Trident has got to go. Punks and hippies all again, standing up against what's wrong, living an alternative, day upon day. Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes, Trident has got to go, we'll stay here. Trident, oh Trident has got to go, yes.
welcome and thanks very much to the walkers. Bill.
Thanks very much, Arthur. Thank you very much. Can I just say to everybody on both sides of the road, particularly those who've walked all the way from the Scottish Parliament. I was at the Scottish Parliament and saw you off. I was there again on Saturday in George Square and met up for a fantastic rally that we had. I feel a bit of a fraud that I'm actually here again at the end of it and I wasn't with you the whole road. But at the same point, you had the support and the heartfelt best wishes of the people of Scotland, because we want Scotland to be a free, nuclear-free nation. We do not need nuclear weapons in this country, and it will be a symbol which will be seen across the world as Scotland as a beacon of a nuclear-free nation, which will then actually be a sign that any country where nuclear weapons has been based can still achieve the end of nuclear weapons on their territory. And that means that people around the world will know that the light has went on here, that they can see truly that nuclear weapons free is the way to go.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My name goes in. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. But no, I do believe actually that Scotland has an opportunity this year to advance and accelerate the removal of nuclear weapons from Scotland. I mean, I know that there are many people from the rest of the United Kingdom who also want the removal of these weapons, but if we can have that accelerated and brought forward, then I'm perfectly happy to have that as part of the cause that I'm working for in Scottish independence. The removal of nuclear weapons from Scotland has been a long-standing argument in terms of the independence case, and this opportunity now presents itself. We can actually have Trident removed from Scotland safely within a relatively short period of time, and I think you've seen today the number of people who actually appreciate that. They've not always all supported that cause, but they can see that that is something which actually brings forward the day when Trident goes from Scotland.
Now, I've been talking to one or two people on the march who were a little bit cynical, who said, but they'll give it away as a bargaining counter. What would you say to them?
Well, no, we won't. And in actual fact, that the First Minister has already said this week that no, we won't. And the Deputy First Minister said it again on Saturday. The fact is that this is a line in the sand which we won't be dancing around and backwards and forwards. This happens. This is going to happen. And it's something, actually, I was very pleased when someone at Westminster who was, I'd have to say, too cowardly to actually put their name forward, but suggested that this might be something that would be an opportunity for bargaining over the currency or whatever. Well, not only is the currency Scottish as well as from anywhere else in the UK, Trident nuclear weapons are sited in Scotland, all of them, and they will all be going, and there will be no argument over that and no negotiations. They will be going, and that's it.